Hi folks, Dave with dbstechtalk. Today we're going to talk about the Audiofly AF1120 Mark II. Now the Audiofly AF1120s have been out for several years. Mark II is just a revised version. Same sound, same build, all that. The only difference is a little extra packaging and changes in that perspective. Alright, so the Audiofly AF1120 Mark IIs were sent in by Audiophile for review. Do greatly appreciate it. Audiophile, you rock. Alright, they come in this fantastic box, and we will get into that in a moment. First, I gotta remind you to check out the links down below. All kinds of information down there where you can purchase the Audiofly AF1120 Mark IIs, and for the gear that was used to review them, recommended gear, playlists that were used, how you can contact me, how you can support the channel, all kinds of good stuff. Check out the links down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so you've got this nice little box on the back side here. You've got some information. You got a little frequency graph, which if these things are that flat, wow. And then it's got this other information, shows that you have 6 balanced armatures on the inside. And you have a frequency response of 15 hertz to 25 kilohertz, sensitivity of 109 decibels, impedance of 11 ohms, and that's about it. Alright, so they lift off here. On the inside, you have your IEMs and a carrying case. Very straightforward, easy unboxing. But they cram a bunch of stuff inside this hard shell. Now, this thing is crazy. Hard, durable, waterproof, fantastic build. Alright, you lift off the lid here. You get a balanced 2.5 millimeter cable. You get some Dakoni Gemini. Is it Gemini? Yeah, the Gemini bullets. You get a airplane adapter, 1/4-inch adapter, and a cleaning brush. Let's set all this over here to the side here. You get some Comply foams. You get some silicones. And you inside here you get a little leather wrap that you can wrap your IEMs around. I did not use that. I used the hard shell. Hard shell is actually really nice. It's got this like velourish material on the inside that protects. It feels very durable. It says Audiophile on here, and then on the back side it says the AF1120s on the back side. Designed in Australia. You also get some paperwork, and you get your IEMs themselves. The IEMs themselves are the usual look from Audiophile. Got your little design on the front there. Clean, clear, kind of a smoky white color. You can see the balanced armatures inside there. It is a MMCX connection. On the other side of the shell, you can see a very subtle L and R. There's your MMCX. If you take your tip off, you can see that's a very small nozzle, long and skinny. See if we can get it to focus in here a little bit better. So it is a unique setup as far as the design. Excuse me. Drop my notes. The MMCX do connect very easily. You just pop them in place. And if if I can do it on camera here. There we go. You'll just hear them click. Extremely small, very small, very light. One of the lightest IEMs ever, especially for something that has 6 BAs in it on each side. And the cable is alright. It's not my favorite cable. It does tend to twist a little bit. Has a nice fabric build to it. Goes to a 93.5. It's an alright cable. You can replace it because it's just MCX. The insanity of isolation of outside noises with these is crazy. It almost defeats the purpose of noise canceling, in my opinion. This is probably 90% of the outside noises are blocked. I was using these outside and somebody was mowing the grass and I didn't even know it, and he was standing like literally like 10 feet away. These things are crazy good at noise isolation. So if you're in a loud environment, there you go, if you don't want to use noise cancellation. Alright, so some pros and cons of the Audiophile AF1120s. Extremely good noise isolation. Crazy good. Small. Very comfortable. Easy to drive. And then they have neutral sound signature. Balanced. Cohesive. Cons. They have an underwhelming build quality for the price tag. The cable is kind of meh. Treble extension in air is a little bit lackluster, and it lacks bass impact. But I am nitpicking. I really am. So, yeah, the shells are a little bit meh for the price. But once you realize what these are for on stage. These are for musicians. You don't want something big and clunky, super shiny, people going, ooh, look at those. You just want something that you're going to be able to put in your ear. It's going to isolate everything out and just give you what you need to hear. And that's what these do. And they just disappear. Oh, by the way, you can sleep in these really well. Crazy well. I have slept many a time in these. Love them. Alright, so overall sound. The bass. It's a mid-bass focus. It has a slightly warm tone to it. They're very full-bodied. And they have impeccable control. Presentation is smooth and refined, very natural sounding in the bass. It's just not the most impactful. And it doesn't really reach down into the sub-bass extremely far. You can get some detail down there, but you really don't get that body and girth to it. You don't get the rumble. It is a mid-bass focus. These will give you a little bit of impact in the mid-bass and upper bass region, but it's not an extremely thick and rumbly, impactful, slamming your head type of IEM. This is more details, and they're very, very impeccable control. Details will come in fast and slow, however the music's playing it, and these portray it as they should. I mean, it's just no distortion, no colorization, very smooth, very controlled, very tight. It's a smooth and refined, as I said, very natural sounding bass. The mids are neutral, and they're also very vocal focused. And they're evenly balanced and cohesive. And they have a slight warm tone to them, just like the bass, but it doesn't bleed in from the bass. They're very separated out and isolated out. They have excellent tone and timbre presentation, and the details are plentiful in the mids. And I just find the mids to be the highlight of the AF1120 Mark II. And so if you're a mids lover like I am, if you like an HD 600, here you go. These are my babies for vocals. Absolutely love them. They're portrayed in just a very natural way. vocals sound like the artist is right there with you, like you're sitting in the room with them. It's like you're on the stage and the vocalist is there. It's just crazy good how they portray it. Instruments are very nicely separated and isolated and very detailed. They have a natural tone to them. Timbre is spot on in my opinion. Treble is very smooth, very detailed. It's very non-fatiguing. It is a little bit muted up top, a little rolled off. So every now and then the energy and the sparkle just isn't there. Details are there, but they are a little bit hidden, and sometimes you really have to listen for the higher end detail. And they just lack just a little bit of air every now and then. But it's not offensive. It's just sometimes you wish that there was a little bit more. Soundstage is about average width. It is somewhat a little bit on the intimate side, but the depth and layering is crazy. You can really tell where things are seated, how they are positioned, and it does a really good job of traveling across the stage. It doesn't get muddled up or jumbled up. It just sometimes you just wish that was a little bit wider, and it does lack a little bit of that air sometimes. Isolation and separation are just spot on. Accuracy is crazy good. You can really tell where each and everything is, and they're excellent for gaming. I really do enjoy them, and I really like them for my racing game. I really enjoy them, how that they portray each and everything. Just wish I had a little bit more width to it so I could sometimes get a little bit better feel of depth. Tone and timbre is very clean, clear, accurate, and natural sounding. And in my opinion, these are the most natural sounding balanced armature IEMs I've ever heard. And they have no hint of metallic timbre to them at all. I just find that they are extremely clean and clear sounding. And how do they play on other gear? I love them on the NextDrive Spectra X, on the X Duo Link. Both dongles played it very well from my phone. Everything sounded natural, smooth, very nice and laid back, and just overall just a relaxed tone with good detail. On the desktop, they sounded extremely well. On the MyTech Liberty, you do need a IFI IE match, as these will show a little bit of hiss, but they're not near as hissy as some other IEMs. And then the 789, they sound fantastic. No hint of hiss at all. They play great on DAPs. Also the Sony NWA-105 and also the Pioneer XDP-30R play very well. Very easy to drive. No problems whatsoever. So the Audiofly AF1120 Mark IIs. Do I recommend them? Yes. I do believe that these are more focused for if you're on stage or if you are looking for vocals or mids presentation. They are exceptional in that regard. If you are a bass head, you will want to shy away from these. If you're a treble head, you will want to shy away from these. These are focused for mids and being neutral and natural sounding. So if that is what you are looking for in IEM, here you go. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. And hey, one quick reminder, don't forget to check out the links down below. There's all kinds of good stuff down there, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.